loved what he did. I loved the way that he played.
Couple of years, but you know, it's just a step behind Umut and Anders. So let's see what he can do. But because, in my opinion, this is a perfect stage to show the people and the world that you are at the same level as your teammates.
Absolutely. Well, here we are. KETUR DYLO kicking from left to right, all in white, and from right to left in the RB Leipzig strip. Olympic Lyon v RB Leipzig, two European giants in the real game, and now taking part in the eCHAMPIONS League. They both had decent journeys so far as well. They're all in 2 rounds, looking to continue that. I was talking with Ryan earlier on today. We were sort of mentioning and chatting about the first 2 games that you play off stream before you come into these sort of stream matches. I actually don't think draws are that bad. Yesterday, 6 points got you through. 6 points in every group would have been enough to put you through. That's a beautiful header from Drogba.
Very much, because, for example, Tex lost 2 of his first 2 games, and now you're in a tough position because you gotta win the 2 matches you got left if you wanna. But then, for example, Nicholas, he was losing his first 2 games, but then he got a point, and now, if he wins the rest of the games, he'll be through. For example, Andoni lost the first game, then draw the second one, then got a couple of wins
to win out.
He was the second on the group. So I agree with you 100%. You gotta, at least, if you're not playing well,
just draw.
Just draw. Draw is enough.
I mean, Nicholas in that last game, in round 2, he wasn't playing well. He salvaged a draw.
Let me just say a beautiful que golazo, a beautiful vamos, because that was beautiful. But again, Didier Drogba with a step over, passing to R9, Elastico.
Rebounds back to Mbappe, that screen timed.
But yeah, Nacho was a bit preoccupied because Real Oviedo is playing at the moment to try to get to playoffs. But again, Nacho, I mean, it's obviously important that Oviedo gets to playoffs, but it's more important that you go and win your matches on the stage. So now he's focused and he's playing well, because that was a beautiful, not only a player lock, but the speed was as well. Nacho, you had the pleasure to watch him in La Liga FC Pro Finals. What a player.
What a player. And I'm sure we're going to see plenty more of him as well throughout the course of today, and maybe even into next week at the knockouts. And hey, look, an E-Liga final in the back pocket, the FC Pro La Liga. If he can go on and replicate that form, he could be in the top 8 come the 29th of May. PELA just stepping in there for KETUR DYLO to sweep up.
Nice defense at the moment, like KETUR DYLO in a low block, but he's struggling. Oh, that's a poor pass.
Drogba dominant in the box. He's a powerhouse. PELA a little bit more artistic with his approach. R9 step overs, rebounds back to Mbappe.
Wow, that was lucky.
Saved by the goalkeeper.
But again, that's the thing you expect from R9, because if you're using as a striker Stoichkov or maybe Cruyff, the passing is going to be good. But when you're using R9, he won't miss when he has the chance, but maybe an easy pass won't be converted, because that's the issue sometimes as picking a striker between Henry, between R9. I mean, there's never a perfect striker, and especially with this budget. So what do you want really? A good passing striker, a
plus, do you want
false 9? What do you want? A striker that finishes all of his chances, and obviously the playstyles as well.
Absolutely. Here is KETUR DYLO on the edge of the box. Henry. Now PELA, both players using the Italian. That's great feet in the box. Extra pass to Drogba.
Wait, that he just pressed R1 to just
shimmy it,
twist and turn.
And it's green. What do you even do if you're defending that? What do you even do?
No, there's nothing you can do really, because you don't expect pressing R1 to just not controlling the ball and then looking for an extra pass into another extra pass to Didier Drogba. I mean,
that's why I love watching KETUR DYLO.
It might be too early.
Both RB Leipzig players trailing by 2-0. LEVYFINN looking to put an end to that, but KETUR DYLO with bodies in the way, and Henry tries to knock it and run past Soulé. That's an awful touch.
It's interesting because I don't think we've seen Andrea Pirlo against Andrea Pirlo.
Not really.
No, but it makes sense. I mean, because of the play styles, because of the way he's not stiff at all. I mean, the way he just turns and everything. Whoa. Remember watching Andrea Pirlo?
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Mbappe on the edge of the box. Couple of step overs.
Nice.
Just Anders-esque.
L1 to stop with the ball.
Yeah.
Now that's the direction he wants. Step over. they say something that I didn't really notice. I mean, Company, Sule, all the center backs you're going to be using are probably 80 pace, something around that.
Not quick.
Not quick. So when you're facing someone as Mbappe, who has not only a quick step, but 98 pace, you're not going to be able to stop step overs.
I mean, Gvardiol's look quick.
But you're using him as a left back.
But still,
yeah.
like, that's the level, like, when we're defending against each other. Pirlo out wide.
Cross. No.
Back into Mbappe. He's a danger man. Tries linking back to Andrea Pirlo, but on that occasion,
it's interesting to see KETUR DYLO's draft in a way, because he's not only using Pirlo, he's using Jude Bellingham as well.
Yes.
Which we've not seen.
Rare.
Yeah. It's rare, especially as a midfield, because I mean, if it was the Team of the Year edition, yep, sure, you gotta use him. But the UCL is not that good.
Travella to the back post. There is Jude.
Penalty? No. Ref, what do you think? Rich?
You asking the admin behind you?
Drogba, nice press by Sule. Now, one thing I really like about the ECL is the way the draft changes everything. Because we...
It's a lovely pass.
Yeah.
First time linking up around the box from Umut. Looks to get himself back into that game.
Oh. KETUR DYLO is having some issues with the build-up at the moment. He's lost the ball many times, and Levy will punish. Whoa.
Toni Kroos fired into Pedri. Drogba in the way and just about does enough to bundle his defender out of the way.
Yeah, but the pressure's too much, I think, at the moment.
R9.
Oh, what a tackle!
What a tackle from...
That has to go on the analyst screen in a few minutes. What a tackle.
Whipped into the near post. Donnarumma takes one for the team. Gets bundled up.
The usual topic, but again, with cross coming from Cancelo, Playstyle Plus, aerial plus coming for the Drogba, there's not much you can do, because Nacho moved the keeper, but it wasn't enough.
This could be...
A save.
Should have been a big goal.
It could have been. And I do think
The goal
Dylo's
is coming.
struggling at the moment.
Yeah.
The pressure is too much for him to handle at the moment, because he's going for the possession. The possession loss every single time, and I think in those positions, and I know it's an easy thing to do, it's really hard to do. It's a really easy thing to say and a hard thing to do. It's just when you recover the ball, pass it to the wing. Because if not, the press is going to come from the midfielders, from the strikers, and there won't be much space. But again, when you're recovering the ball, sometimes you just pass it.
Drogba out wide here. He's got a lot of space in front of him, driving towards the box. Now looking for options out the back of the double step overs. Toni Kroos picks up. Pirlo out of his step overs. That's really nice, but just defended well there from KETUR DYLO. Did a bite.
I'm going to say KETUR DYLO is not building up well. He's losing possession, but he's defending the 1v1 situations really good, with the players switching and with the tackling.
He's got a couple of bodies on that left-hand side. Gvardiol's the furthest man forward for him.
He is fast.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Away from Cancelo with a nice little bit of dribbling. Into Drogba, Pirlo, Mbappe, reverse elastico. Oh!
What a cancel! Oh! That was close. The shot cancellation was really good, and I thought that was in.
Disgusting.
Ooh. And this is going to be it for the first half. KETUR DYLO is leading. But LEVYFINN, no, big mistake. I think this is going to be it, right?
Take it into half-time.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be happy with just...
Last kick of the... The team restrictions. Well, we can tell you, 15 million coins, 3 icons, unlimited heroes, and UEFA Champions League items only available. We're underway for the second half. It's going to be KETUR DYLO getting us underway from right to left. And LEVYFINN from left to right in the blue RB Leipzig strip. Taking all the space here is Andrea Pirlo. The near post is open. The keeper was moved. Pedri recycled onto the edge. Pirlo now once again. Drogba with a little bit of dancing, but Gvardiol steps in.
And we're joined, and guys, if we're honest, we're joined here by another beautiful Levy.
Yes, yes, thank you,
how are you,
guys.
man? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm buzzing because I already made it through, of course. I'm watching some amazing games where KETUR has a big chance. Yeah, the level shown here is crazy, and something that comes back every single time is momentum, I think. We've seen KETUR going up 2-0, PELA going up 2-0, and the comebacks are being made. I think it's a big part of this tournament. If you have the momentum, you need to take it, and if your opponent has it, you need to try and kill it. That's the thing that's most...
Have you had the chance to play either KETUR, DYLO, or
I play them a lot, actually. KETUR is like, I also talk with him, because the Dutch guys are pretty good with the French guys. So also KETUR, Fuma, Lex, I play them a lot. For me, it's insane. Same goes for LEVYFINN. I think a lot of people sleep on his quality. I think he's one of the best players, but maybe he hasn't proven himself yet on the biggest stage, like E-Bundesliga, of course, where he played the final and beat Anders. So I think he's like one of the best players in the world. And yeah, same goes for KETUR. It's just incredible.
Why do you think it's really...
KETUR, I think he's one of the players who's really good at pressing, like high up. And he is very good with skill moves. Like, not many people use skill moves this year, not a lot.
Trivella!
Easy.
He's got a bag of tricks.
You don't expect the Trivella anymore after the patch, of course, like a few months ago. And he just does it timed green with it.
That's interesting as well.
Normally, Diakite, who coach him for E-Liga, I know he doesn't have a passport, so that's why he couldn't come. But I think KETUR is a guy who can figure it out on his own. And eCHAMPIONS League seems to be his tournament. Also, last year he reached the final 8.
How do you feel when you have someone, coach, beside you? How do you think is the difference?
Especially on the mental side, because when it's going well, you are playing good, you don't really need it that much. But yesterday, for example, I wasn't playing at my best. Then is where Renzo really helps me out a lot. This is one of the best games I've watched. Like yesterday and today, Bella versus Umut is a crazy one as well.
LEVYFINN coming forward with Didier Drogba into Mbappe. Cuts it back looking for R9 in the box, but good defending on that occasion from KETUR, DYLO.
I do think he's complicating himself, LEVYFINN. I mean, when he had the chance to just go for a step over and try to just go for it, I think he had a better chance of scoring a goal. Sometimes he's overcomplicating with extra passes, and KETUR is really good with the player switching and then trying to cover with the tackles and everything.
On the other side, it's also one of his strengths, of course, because when it works, it's really hard to read for LEVYFINN, but sometimes when it's maybe not going that well, you just need to take a shot sometimes.
How often when you're in these situations, we're talking about sort of the thinking behind the game, when you're sat there, do you even think about what you're doing, or is it all instinctive?
Sometimes you need to think about what you're going to do. For example, you trigger the left back or right back, you know he's going to get open. Sometimes you know your opponent's going to defend it, so you will get space in the middle, stuff like that. But like when I'm around the box, sometimes it's just, instinctive. You just...
Few questions here. Any tips for right stick switching?
I get that question so often. I think it's just practice makes perfect. I think a lot of people, especially people at home, just switch with L1. When you want to get better at defending.
Best tactics, anywhere where you can sell them to go? Any videos?
I won't say my TikTok, but if you want to use my tactics, just my Instagram, my TikTok, you can all find it on there.
My guy promoting himself.
There you go.
Good.
How are you usually so calm when it's so tough?
I think, especially in these 9-minute halves, you need to stay calm because, as I mentioned before, I went 4-0 down yesterday, but there's still so much time to be played. So then I always know I will get my chances, and if I just finish them, I can get back into the game. KETUR is being so calm as well this game. His dribbling is insane. Let's say decision making as well, like delaying some choices and making them sometimes.
That's a big mistake.
It's an error at the back from LEVYFINN to give KETUR DYLO possession once again. Player lock 1-2 with Toni Kroos. And
do you think Toni Kroos is a must-have in all teams?
100%.
Why is that?
The long ball plus is insane, and even the anticipate, he intercepts so many balls like in the middle of the pitch. Then you just get a counter-attack because of his playstyle, basically. And for me, he was like, after Mbappe, R9, Drogba, and Cafu, he was like the next in the team.
I think it's the quickness. He wins it, and then you don't even have to think, you can just ping it straight away. A lot of players, especially in these requirements, you have to think almost, what can this person do? Have I got that in the locker? Does this person have a finesse? Whereas with Toni Kroos, he's probably one of the closest players that you're going to get to a regular team. He's probably quite close, to be honest, even down the pecking order. If you didn't have restrictions, like what he offers you. KETUR DYLO looking to kill this game off. A fourth goal would certainly do that.
Constant pressures on, I think, from the
Yeah.
so there will be possibilities for
Good
that.
position in that group with Nicola struggling as well.
Yeah, and Nico will be comfortable with the draw in that
A
position.
draw suits him
Yeah.
nicely.
Would be perfect for Nico.
Well, LEVYFINN's not out of this game yet. 83 minutes on the clock. R9 looking to twist and turn, a little bounce here and there, and
Nice
KETUR
second
DYLO will
press.
walk away with possession.
I think having
Their space.
Levy here is a great chance.
This could be it.
Yeah.
Henri,
Fake the player look.
absolutely
R1
trying.
X2.
Oh, he's delayed it a little bit too long.
Just a bit.
Too much.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, Levy, how do you think is the best way to play against constant pressure?
I think it's especially with these teams when we have Drogba just going back and searching for Drogba high in the air, then he wins it high up the pitch, and then it's always tough for your opponent to like to still get the pressure on, because you will have a lots of space, because always midfielders and attackers are just staying forward, and you have like 4v4 situation going forward where it's just a step over, speed boost, and just run into space, I would say.
A question that we always sort of talk about when we commentate it. When are you starting to look at that clock in the top left corner of your KETUR DYLO thinking 88, 89 minutes, okay, I've won this game now?
A 2-goal lead, 88 minutes should be GG's, to be honest. Like sometimes you get a +1, a +2 or +3. That obviously can make a difference, but 88, 2 goals lead should be enough.
And with that possession won back for KETUR DYLO, it will be edging towards 3 points. LEVYFINN still in good contention to go through this group. However,
nice
the
dribbling.
Frenchman right now is on fire.
Or PELA, that is a regret, I think, for me. What
Nice
a
player
cross.
luck.
Good performance, Gravison. Really good performance. We have just had an absolute eruption
Whoa.
from the secondary featured matchup. It's come between Umut and Nacho Abaya.
Wow.
Wow.
From the accent, there is a Scotsman off his feet in the form of...